Okay, this is episode number 2 of the Vibe Dialogue at Podcast for Creatives. I'm going to be joined by our host, Player 071, Olga Roggenkamp, and we'll be talking about our Squid Games Challenge experience. And I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on YouTube and all social media platforms. And enjoy this episode. So this is the Vibe Dialogue Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ogle, and I am joined by our guest, Olga Roggenkamp. So how do you say it? Okay, cool.
Roggenkamp.
How do you say it one more time?
Roggenkamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were player 071 in Squid Games. And you were like, your most famous moment on there was when you were talking about like the name given to Zoe, right? That was like your thing.
That was my claim to fame. That was where I actually got like FaceTime on the scene, on the screen. And yeah, I actually had to have that conversation. So that was really cool. Yeah.
But you were so authentic. I mean, there were so many people there, but you were like one of the authentic. I think we actually got out on the same night, the same day, right?
Yeah.
So we were hanging out in a hotel room together at the end. My biggest question is, how does Squid Games like change your life, or how has it like affected you? How are you different?
It's affected me to like in a weird way. Like I had a feeling like, I was going to go back to normal life and it's no big deal. And I usually like stay very low key. Like I do work for New Jersey Devils too. So I do have a little bit of spotlight and camera on me every here and then, but nothing too crazy. Not like, Netflix level. And then, the shows come out and people that I haven't spoken to in forever are now randomly reaching out to me like, I saw you on Netflix. And I don't think they had any clue before. There was no indication, nothing necessarily posted. They just somehow recognized my face on there. So that was just bizarre. I like to think that it hasn't affected me too much in the sense like I do live my normal life. I like my normal life. I don't want any fame or anything craziness from it, but just getting that random interaction with people that I haven't spoken to in forever, and to talk to me and being actually like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, yeah, it's unfortunate you lost, but at the same time, just being happy, genuinely happy for me to see me doing successful things. And they're like, oh my God, you're so successful. You're on Netflix. That's so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Like, and then on another big thing, my mom's always been super proud of me, but when she saw it, she just was like, not too many people can do this. I don't know anyone else who can do this. I'm so proud of you. And I think that brought us even closer together than ever before because she just is like my biggest fan and just tells everybody.
So it sounds like it was like almost all positive. Do you have any like anxiety over it or anything? Do you like any like of the moment when you got out or anything like that?
I have a little anxiety when I do to like die. That always hurts. I'm like, man, what could I have done if I caught that ball? Or like, how far could I have gone?
Mhm.
That does hurt and it does frustrate me. I've lost sleep over it. Like I could have won $4.56 million and brought that home, and I did it because of a ball. Like I was like, I know I'm athletic. Like there's no way like that's how I went out. Like it's just a little in disbelief, but for the most part, it's insanely positive. And I also made a million friends. Like, I talked to you and like
Totally.
I hang out with people now. There's another player that's in New Jersey that I've seen. I've run into a player in an Oktoberfest, like in here in New Jersey, just completely unplanned. It's crazy the amount of people now I'm connected with.
That's crazy. Yeah, I have actually only seen one player since this has all went down. So he came to my show and we weren't supposed to we weren't supposed to communicate.
Yeah.
So we were like, but I told him, I was like, before I left, I was like, dude, I'm playing in Phoenix on this day. And he remembered and came to the show. So, which was crazy. Yeah. So like, that's the only person I've seen, but So because I got out on the same thing for there, and I was wondering, I will like still have like anxiety over that moment. And like most of the time, I'm like all good, it's all positive. But like that really, and I'm like a calm, chill person.
Um,
And like that moment of like the ball was thrown way too short for me.
yeah.
And so like it was an uncatchable ball. So it's just like, oh my gosh.
If only. If
If
only. Yeah.
only. And
Yeah.
so okay, so why did you join Squid Games? Why did you do that? I mean, I'm sure we're all the same,
So
I know, but
I mean, obviously to win the money, right?
yeah.
But honestly, I have a really crazy adrenaline rush all the time. I always think I could do things that I probably can't do. But I just watched the first season and that little casting bar, if you think
Yeah.
you can do it, do you want to audition? And I just keep telling myself, why not me? I've done that my entire life. So like it's just been like, why not me? Like I've won sweepstakes, I've won vacations, I've won things before because I literally just put my hat into it, and I just like want to give myself a chance. Another reason, I actually have a cousin in my family. I'm not gonna say we're like super close, but still blood relative, that won Survivor. So yeah, so the fact that it's just funny because like my cousins all are joking. They're like, if you go on this, like you better win because he won that. And I'm like, oh, pressure. Um,
Harder.
yeah, it's harder than you think, but yeah.
So my thing was like, I'm really good at games. So I was like, but the games are there, even if you're good at games, there's so many variables. Like it's a catching game. All of a sudden you're not, that's not a game that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not good at if someone can't throw it to me. Right. So I was like, oh, I'm good at games. Like I'll crush this.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get that far. We were in about a week long, right? Even though it's like, looks like 2 days on.
Yeah, literally.
We're in there for like a week. Okay, so the very beginning of the show, what was your color of your group? A group were you in? I mean,
Oh, I was blue. I was blue crew. Yeah.
yeah. How many
Yeah.
of those blue crews stayed on the X's? Or
A nice chunk. There were definitely some O's. There were definitely some that went to O that I was trying to convince to go to X. But a nice chunk, at least that I was in, because I know it's a big group, right? Even within the blue color itself, it was still a big group. But at least within my area of where we stayed and the hotel, we all kind of stuck together. So I would say a lot of blues were in that.
and a lot of people don't realize, right, that like they put us in a group and we're already making relationships before we even
Yeah.
get on the show. So it's like we already have made like some sort of connection for like a full day and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
like, hey, this, and then when you get into the dorms, you're like, well, this is my comfort zone. I already know these people, right?
Yeah, why not? Why switch it up? Like, yeah, you could talk to other people, but like you already built a whole day of just talking to someone else. And for me, Sean actually, Sean had the room right across the hall. So every time we got called for anything, it was us together. So I always saw face to face with Sean. So we stuck through it. Actually, he's the one who convinced me to go to X because I was gonna go to O for Olga. That was my name. I'm like, okay, oh, and told me to stay at X. And then I'm like, all right, I trust you. Like, we don't know what this is anyways. And then I was recruiting everybody to X.
Yeah, that's funny. And that process took a while, obviously. And then finally we had X's were in balance and some people had to move over to X's. And then we went to the room and then we had to walk the staircase where they never showed that. We walked the whole staircase. We're like, why don't they show? But maybe it's too long of a scene or something. But and then we drop into the white room, and then there's the counting games presented to us. What was your view of that? Because I feel like they didn't quite tell that story, and that's where I was like, man, they didn't tell that story. But how did you view that game? And like,
I mean, the whole process felt so rushed when they showed it because there was so much going on. Like we walked in and I remember they didn't even show the speculation going on of like what game we're even playing. Because you walk in and you just see this little thing with an X on it, like a tower with an X. Like we were like, is it a game where we both have to like, vote one at a time, a person out, and you had to either click X like a friend or foe kind of game, or are we like I don't think anyone really actually thought it was counting. I don't think anyone thought it was actually counting. I think they thought of everything else but that. So that chaos there alone. So they let us simmer a little bit of trying to figure it out before they even announced the game.
for sure.
And then they announced the game. And then we're still freaking out. Like we're like, okay, well, who's counting and who's going on? People were suggestive. Maybe some people count 10 seconds at a time. We continue. I'm like, how we would lose so much track if we were to do something like that. I was like, I'm not a counter. Like I can't count to 456. Like I can count to 456, but I can't at pace. I was like, that's not, I don't have any career skills for that. Like it's a simple thing. And I'm just watching everybody fight. And I'm just like, this is going, they're just letting us fight. They just don't care. They're just letting it happen. Everybody's arguing. And then the whole time I'm thinking, we're going to actually go home because I bet the other team was figuring it out. And little did we know they were all freaking out just as much as we were, if not worse. And then when I guess it was you and Mike, I don't even remember. It was such a whirlwind.
Yeah, I came up there and I was like, you guys, I got this. And I said, I play Wish You Were Here all the time. I also have I released a track, Wish You Were Here. That's like that exact beats per minute. Like, I got this.
That's you literally saved us because I literally, when I saw you guys go up there, I was going to go home if it didn't work. So in my head, I'm like, I can't save you, right? I can't save anyone here. I'm not going to be the one to do it. So I am totally 100% willing to give up all control over my fate if it meant I had a better chance of surviving this. Yeah. Like, and in my head, I'm like, what a weird game though. Like you're literally gonna I
was like, this is the most perfect game for me as a musician. I'm like, yes.
You're like, game one, I got it.
And I was like, oh man. And then the thing was funny, and they never tell this on the, but it's the coolest thing, like, is that we decided to stop 2 seconds early, right? Remember that? We're like, dude, because remember they explained the rules that if you went over, the tie went to the person. Just we're like, okay, well, we're stopping 2 seconds early. And then they're like, oh, the team the X is within 2 seconds. We're like, nailed it. Nailed it. That's so hard to do. Like it's a musical feat. Like, and I thought for sure they'll tell that story because it's such a unique thing that happened, because to keep time for like that as a professional musician is like hard. It's like there's a very small percentage of musicians that can do that.
Yeah, no, that was
the pressure.
Incredible. That was incredible. I couldn't believe it. Like I was so happy for you guys. I was so proud of you guys, but thankful. Like I was so thankful because all I can do is again sit there and listen. And I was actually not gonna lie. I was like, if you can see me again, they don't really show much of us, but I was swinging like a pendulum back and forth with every second, just back and forth, because that was my only way I can somewhat keep count.
Totally.
And I was like, and I had 100% confidence. Like when you guys pressed it, I'm like, they got it. Like there's no way they don't. Yeah. My only next fear was how close is the other team at that point?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, there's no way. I was like, unless they have some killing musician over there, there's no way. And so once we knew we were in and we won, I don't know about you, but I feel like we just won the Super Bowl. How did you feel?
Oh, 100%. I literally screamed, I jumped, I hugged everyone around me. I know, right? To this day, I don't remember who I hugged. I just hugged people.
Yeah. They were. I was jumping off of Zeke's shoulders, up and down and stuff. It was man, that was just and you think about it is I know for me, I'm responsible for helping the winner win. That was huge.
That's crazy.
So, I should be receiving the check. I feel like no.
Right? All the way back, be like, Jesse, day one.
But that was never I don't think they'll ever be able to repeat that, And we were probably all oh, we're gonna do red light, green light, I think we're all thinking that, So what was this? I have another one. I guess what was your take on the social, how did you deal with the social scene? Because it was one giant AA party. Was it overwhelming for you, or how did you feel about that?
Beyond overwhelming. I actually thought that would not be the problem. I was everything else might be a problem, but talking to people, not a problem. I was I can go on, and people are how like all of my friends are always like, how are you still full of energy? Right? It's like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And they're still like, you're so full of energy. You're still talking, you're still dancing, doing whatever. I was like, that's just my natural personality. So going into this, I was like, 455 other people, no big deal. Like even 200, when we like had half, I was like, that's no big deal. And then it actually happened. And I'm like, I literally can't turn off. Like there's no turning off. There's no reset button. There's no take a break. There's no like, I can't even just like walk to the bathroom to take a minute because everyone's in the bathroom. Like there was no space you can go other than maybe your bed. And even then then I feel like if I'm going to my bed, I'm missing out on something else. There's some conversation I should be having.
I know, right? Yeah.
It was a mix of wanting to socialize and also just needing that reset button for my social battery. Like I needed to recharge. I was drained. I also realized my voice box couldn't handle that. Like I was losing my voice. I couldn't speak to people. It was.
Did you get sick?
I got severely sick.
I know, right?
Severely sick. That's another line in the show that I got. Apparently, they aired that one.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm sick. Yeah. So I know, right? Did you spend for the pentathlon? Did you spend overnight in the White Room? A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes, we were in the White Room together. I can't remember who everyone was in there. And that they didn't want us talking, right? They didn't want us talking, but I couldn't help but get to know people. Yeah. I actually felt like that night I got to know people better than I almost did like just that one night,
Agreed.
Yeah. It was funny how a lot of people don't realize we're spending a whole night and not in the dorms, like while the people are finishing the games up, right?
Yeah.
What was your game you played on pentathlon?
I was House of Cards.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a fun one. They didn't show it. I actually was one of the ones that got it on the first try. And part of it was because the Brit next to me, like I'm really good so I'm actually a chemist, like my normal full-time job. So not that it matters, but I do have a different way of seeing like angles and things like that. So for me, when I see House of Cards, it looks like a geographical, geometrical structure. So I was like, okay, I can understand the angles, make sure it's all even, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, that's no big deal. I could do it. But then she had a little addition to it where she goes, lick the cards.
Yep.
So I licked them and then it made them stick better. And boom, one shot, we got it. We were done.
Right. And so they didn't play. What was unfortunate is they didn't play anyone that kicked ass at that game.
No.
Because our team just kicked ass. We licked the cards. We got everything. We smoked our team so hard. They were still on Ganji when we won.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So any team that was good at the pentathlon didn't get any airtime. I mean, we're in it a little bit. They go to slots. It's funny. The one thing they had for me, I played Ganji, and they had I dropped the dice maybe twice. I kind of sailed through that. I'd been practicing it, so I knew I was. But and the one shot is me dropping the dice.
What's it like? They like drama. Yeah.
I know, and it's funny because they wanted the drama there, but it's. They almost had to make it up, right? A little bit. Because I feel like everyone was so cool in there. I was like, man, everyone is so awesome. They had to really focus on a couple things because the drama wasn't really there, Yeah,
I agree. Everyone seemed so awesome to me. When they were talking about, when they came over, the producers came in saying, oh, we're missing some conversations. There's some strategizing going on. You guys are doing, you're doing stuff. I'm like, who? I feel like everybody is just having a blast right now. Everyone's just chit-chatting, talking, having a good time. What do you mean drama?
Totally. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What else do I have here? So I outside of Squid Games, because you got this New Jersey Devils thing. You say you're a chemist. Yeah. What is it that what do you do? Who are you as a person? What describe that person.
Nerdy, fun-loving, very social, huge adrenaline rush type person. Just always up for anything, ready to go. But I have a weird mix, I feel like, because I also see things very analytically and very structured. But at the same time, a lot of times I throw that out the door and just wing it. So I think Squid Games was actually great for me, other than getting sick and then relying on other people to win. But yeah, I'm just a very just fun loving nerdy person.
Awesome. Where can people find you? Like where if you wanted people to come find you and reach out to you, or just is that Instagram or like TikTok or
Yeah, Instagram. I do have a TikTok. I actually just made it. It's like, I made it not too long before the show, but I still haven't posted anything really on it. But Instagram for sure. I'm Olga, Olga NIC4. NIC Nicolau is my maiden name, so that's why that's just stuck. And 4 is my birthday day. But so yeah, that, or even on Facebook, Olga Roggenkamp. I'm on there as well.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Man, Olga, I really hope we get a chance to connect in person. I'll have to try to check the WhatsApp messages.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's another thing happening or not at any time. Let me know if there is. It's been so great to get to see you in person, and you were truly just like a really special person in there, and you absolutely emit happiness in life. And I think I'm so glad they picked you, and I'm sad you didn't win, but it looks like you're gonna keep that that no matter if you win or not, you carry that right vibe through life. So, it's funny how it's not about that, and we can think about how that money's going to change our life, but clearly you're a beautiful, happy person. Most of us are, and we don't need it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. My life goes on. I enjoy my life. I didn't actually need it. It would change it, but I wouldn't need it. And same to you, Jesse. I'm so glad I met you. I'm thrilled we're connected again.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled we found each other outside of the games, because you were such a genuine person. You literally saved us the first day. But then even just talking to you as a person after, it was so great. And again, these connections, I think, mean more to me than the money in the end. I love this. I am a social person, like I said, so I do enjoy it in a more controlled environment, of course. But
Totally.
I do love it.
Oh yeah. One last thing. If you wanted someone to see someone back on the voted back in the game, who would that be?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard question. I'll just have to give it to my buddy, my New Jersey buddy, Alex Salt, 408. Yeah, he. You know what? He was my friend through the whole thing. So I'd like to see him back in it. He needs to.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, let's stay in touch. If you come to Colorado, come find me. I run amazing music venue in Boulder. You got free tickets anytime. Got shows. I play all the time over here. So if you're ever Denver, Boulder, let me know. And reach out. I don't know if you come this way or not, but skiing or whatever come find me.
Yeah. Oh, if I do, absolutely. And same for you if you come to New Jersey or New York.
I don't know who I would ever come to New Jersey. Yeah. No, it's
New York, maybe.
My sister used to teach at Princeton. I don't know how far you're from Princeton, but I was like, man, this town is so sweet. It's so cool. The campus is so rad. But yeah, New Jersey's great. It kind of has a bad rap, but it's totally.
I know we got good people.
Yeah. All right. Take good care, Olga. Thank you for your time.
Take care, Jesse. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you for listening. That was a really fun conversation with player 071 from Squid Games to Challenge 2. What a fabulous human being. It was great to meet Olga, and I hope you enjoyed this conversation and got a little bit more insight on her experience and then the overall experience of the show. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.